Welcome back to the Ramble. Today we are joined by Greg again. That's my co-host.
Yeah, me, the co-host, Greg Buchanan. And we are interviewing... Well, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Joe Daniels, and I am the 2022 to 23 head boy.
Now, Joe, what A-levels do you do?
At the minute I do English Lit, Maths and Physics.
And with those A-levels, what are you planning to do in the future?
So hopefully I want to be a lawyer, a barrister, reading law at either Oxford, Bristol or Durham. Hopefully, we never know what the future holds.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what area of law you would like to specialise in? Yeah.
But I mean, I'm very interested in employment law and making sure that, you know, the people who are wrongly terminated from their jobs, I feel like that is a very unjust part of society, and that is something that I would like to change.
What's your earliest memory, Joe?
I was at Alton Towers when I was 5, and I was too short to go on Rita. So my parents got hair gel and stuck up my hair to make it spiky. Still didn't get on,
right.
But it was worth an effort.
So, are there any things that you wish they were in place in the younger years whilst you were there?
I mean, I think a common issue that a lot of people, when we were in the younger years, was that, for like French speaking and things, there was a big reluctance to go up and do the speaking exams and to actually talk in front of the class and do presentations and things. And I would say that one thing that I would like to implement is having that element of people wanting to speak and wanting to talk and wanting to share their ideas.
How are you thinking about implementing that?
So I know that Mr. Clack and Mr. Kearney are starting GCSE drama, and I know that, which is incredible, and I think that introducing that for the sixth form, not in terms of an A level or anything at the minute, but having some kind of productions or club or something that we could do to express that kind of public speaking would be really fun and really enjoyable.
Yeah, you've got personal experience too in drama, don't you?
Yes, so I was part of Talent First Agency in Nottingham for 7 years, acting, and I really enjoyed that, and I've been in a couple of plays, so it's something that's really passionate for me.
You in Casualty?
Yes, I was in an episode of Casualty.
What are your main plans for as head boy?
So I'd say one is definitely to establish better links with KG and the surrounding schools. I think that there's a lot of things that we could do that are in the pipeline with KG. We've already made links with the head girls over there, and I think that the drama aspect would be a good thing to do.
Yeah, I think that a lot of problems would come with this being a single-sex school. And probably the same for KG. The KG girls mentioned it too. On a more day-to-day level, what do you do? What's your role within the prefect system?
So I work closely with Sam and George to make sure that the other prefect areas have, obviously we're very at an early stage at the minute, but making sure that they have a plan and that they know what they want to implement in the school for this upcoming year. So it's making sure that the prefect rota, so I'm sure that people have seen all the prefects around the school, helping with lunch queues and the pod and everything, and checking on form rooms, checking out everyone's alright. Well, that's a really important role of the prefect system. And then
I've also heard you wanted to do kind of an updates video every so often.
So, I would like, obviously this is a very influential platform. I think you guys, the podcast is great, and I think that having, an update of what the prefect team is doing would be really useful for everyone, so that we're really transparent with our plans and what people want to introduce and what we want to introduce to the school.
So you're quite close to the beginning of your time as head boy. So you very recently did achieve the most you could, in fact, and became head boy. What would you have as advice? Obviously, it's a little way off for the year 11s, but once they do.
So I'd say main point of advice is just be honest. I think that if you're going to try and pretend to be someone else in your interviews, one, that's going to come off to them, and two, you might be put in a role that you don't want to be in and you won't thrive in. And so I would feel that as long as you are yourself in the interview, then it will go the way that it's supposed to go.
Oh, that's funny. I'm pretty sure Tom Linford said
the exact same thing.
Did he really?
That was just,
Tom and also Sam Davey said something similar as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very consistent advice.
So it is quite vague advice. Just be yourself, but
but if it's the most effective, then
yeah.
Gotta say it. How much time does this position as head boy take up? Can you still do all your normal activities, or?
I haven't dropped anything for head boy. I still am participating in quite a lot of clubs in school. So there's the Law Society, the Debating Club, the Homework Support Club, and so I'm still really trying to invest in those things in school. And in terms of outside school, no, nothing's changed. It's not taking up too much of my time.
And would you say your personal passion projects would be the theatre? Because I know Sarah Davies is really big into the cultural
Yeah.
kind of standard
So,
thing.
I mean, I'd say my goal is to make sure that I can get everyone else's projects to come to life, and that I want people to have the ability to come to me about any issues and hopefully get them into fruition and make them happen. Of course, I would like the drama and the links to KG. I think getting a link with Kingston KG is in the forefront of both our schools' minds, and I think that would be a really good thing to happen, but I also want to accommodate other people's passions as well.
Thank you very much, Joe Daniels, for coming to this interview, and thank you for listening. This was The Ramble.